Thank you for chiming in with us. It is late. How you feeling today, Shamar?
Looking good.
How you feeling, boss lady? We in this, baby. It is Saturday. We chilling. We having fun. We here with you guys chiming in, and we got some great topics to talk about. So, what you guys feeling like? We live on here with IG.
Let's talk about men.
Men is the topic, okay? How about you, girl? What you feeling? What you feeling?
Dating. We need help.
Right, this is really a tough time right now. We're in quarantine, trying to get freed out. Many people don't know how to date. How about we don't even know what we want or need? We got all these people, social media platform, throwing all kind of ways to date, but we're like stuck in a point of just trying to figure out what do men or women want. We got a chance to sit down with a few researchers, and we found out what women really want and what men should know that we want. Because then we leave the confusion in the air. You know, we just clear it off the surface. And we're going to spill that tea, okay? Girl, show us what we talking about. This is 10 topics that women want to know, want to let men know that we want from a relationship. And it's very simple, you know? Like, we don't want people to think we want money, we want rich. We want a man that actually adores us and admires us, accepts us for who we are. Naturally, without the weave, without the makeup, without none of that. We just want someone to enjoy our essence, our truth. And then that will just break and give you everything we got. You know, money is good. We don't want you broke, okay?
Yeah.
All right. We don't want them broke, so let's definitely clear that. But we want you guys to understand that it is simple. Women are emotional breed. We want to be able to feel secure. We want to feel stable. We want to feel loved. You know, it's not all about all the other extra. The icing is great, but Samad, when was the last time you dated, girl?
You know what? I am currently dating, actually.
Ooh.
Hey, girl.
It's definitely an experience, because back to the topic of you asking what do women want and what do men want, sometimes we think we know what we want, but when we get it, you don't really want that.
Right.
Or you don't know how to
Totally
handle what you're getting.
Yeah.
So I kind of fall into that category a little bit.
So what is the first thing that you want a guy to know about you? Your personality, wanting to know, like, what do you want from them?
For me, I am very outgoing. I'm very social. I like to mingle. I'm an introvert extrovert.
Woo!
You know, so I can stay at home, but I can also get out. But if I get out, I like to mingle. And just because I mingle with the man, it doesn't mean necessarily that I'm into this man or this man is into me. It's just my personality.
Right.
And I'm the same
so
way
like
with
a
women.
confident man, a man that's gonna know that.
He has to be confident if he's dealing with me.
Confident, ladies, men, you have to be confident, because we want to know that once we like you, that's all we worried about. You just keep our attention there, okay? So how about you, Rose? Okay, Miss Dance Queen.
Hey,
what
y'all.
do you think that is the most important thing to you? Your love languages that makes you find the right kind of man so that they can be happy with you. What do you want in a man?
Yes, I want him to be all on me.
Ooh,
I just want it to
selfish.
be about me. Like, you know, I want to be put first. In some relationships that I've been in the past, like not being put first, like, you know, I'm not priority. So I want a man that's going to be like going like she's priority, you know, like treating me like I come first. And they want to make sure that I'm good.
We're in an industry that we're all busy. You know, life, even though we're, you know, in phase where you're a busy entrepreneur, you know, a man that's going to give you all of his attention won't be a boss, and he won't be about his business. So
Right.
which one do you want? There's that fair balance.
Yeah, I can take a balance. I know, you know, it's not going to be all the time, but when we have our time, like, I want him to be present with me, like, spending that time with me, like, letting me know that, like, I'm his girl. Like, I got eyes for you. What do you want? What do you want to do? So I just want to be, my love language is spending time with me, spending quality time with me.
Yes.
I know you're about your business. You should be about your business because you are the leader. Right. And I'm okay with that.
The provider.
But then when it comes to like our time, like I need you. I need you here.
Well, I need a man to be busy. I want you to be busy. I do. I really want you to be busy because I want you to miss me. Ooh. I want to miss you. I don't think that we have to talk on the phone every single day, all day. I mean, I get it.
You're not sending off no messages, are you?
Not sending off any messages, but I'm just saying, like, we need that alone time.
Right. You need your
I don't think that you have to be on FaceTime with your man all the time or your lady all the time for it to work. I think that can hinder things a little bit.
Right.
I just think each couple or everyone needs space in a relationship, whether you're courting or anything else.
Right. You know, so I guess she wants that space to understand that her time is her time, our time is our time, but we can respect some value time together. Understanding your schedule busy, my schedule is busy, but when we make time, it's all about us. Wow, that's really important. Because some women want it all about them, but then it's like you get a mushy guy and you be like, oh, God, ooh, slow down, like, you know, like all of that mess, and you be like, oh, he a little this, he a little to that, but we have to understand what do we really want. So these researchers said that a woman really there was 10 things. They want stability. They want someone who is going to reassure them of the love that they have for that individual. They want, what was it? It was to be able to feel independent. You know, that woman wants to feel like she's free, but yet when she's with you, she's valued. And then I feel like it was one of the other topic was, I think it was, I'm going to definitely need my stuff. But you guys, you know, my brain is definitely going. It has to be. You guys definitely, I did this study. Go ahead, somebody, just give them some more stuff.
Okay, yeah. Here's the thing, too. To the mushy guys, there's nothing wrong with a mushy guy, if that's what you want to call him, a mushy guy. I sometimes, this might be not be the right word either. Too sensitive, a little more sensitive. There's nothing wrong with those guys at all, actually. I don't mind a little bit of that guy as well because a little bit of that guy is balance for me. That's a balance that would work for my life. You know, I don't want you to be, you know, so tough all the time because, you know, sometimes I'm a little tough, you know, a little rough around the edges. And I need that man who has that little more peace to calm me down.
Center you.
Yes, I need you to get me right when I need you to get right.
Ooh.
You know,
I'm
trying to tell you. You know, you gotta have that balance in a relationship.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't have two people that are just
the same energy,
and going at it because that's a volatile situation just ready to happen.
Right. So, you know, with that, it said we need chemistry because men are physical, right? We want a man that's strong, that's fine, you know, and sexy. But men are just more like, oh, is she pretty? That's their first connection. Of course, you know, and I get that. But is that all? After a while, you're going to see her raggedy. You're going to see her looking like you know, homeless sometimes. You know, it's just part of the balance. You know what I mean? That's just who we are as ladies. That's our essence. We're beautiful in our spirit because we're going to give you everything that you need. If you give it to us, we're equally will match that energy. So chemistry is the thing. It says like, you know, and what was the next one? I think that was our number one was chemistry. And our next one was vulnerability. It's enough to have vulnerability to share your thoughts. There are men that are just holding solid because they were taught to not share their emotion, not to cry in front of women. But that is not good. A woman wants to hear your thoughts. They want to know your spirit. Like if you're, you know, tired and you feel stressed out and they want to hear it. Not all the time, though. We want to do the crying too. But, you know, a little bit of vulnerability just to be able to be open. You know, let me know about your past experience with your relationship. Don't just be like, oh, it was bad. It was just, it was all her fault. You know, we want to know the truth, you know. And vulnerability definitely stand. And the next one is stability. Stability was one of the process. We are in the, you know, 30th century now, right? So, 20th century or 20th century. I'm like, we're in the 30th, yeah. Okay, look, she a little ditzy. I know you guys are saying that, okay? But stability. We're not saying that, is rich and billionaire, but we want someone to know that we will be able to be taken care of, be provided, even though we're independent.
I also need you to be mentally stable as well.
Yes.
That mental stability, I love listening to Charlamagne the God, because he's always talking about mental health. Mental health is very important. Roger P. is always talking about mental health. Those are two main things that we definitely need in the Black community.
Right.
We have to, I know I do. I don't know what's my problem. It's taking me so long to get it, but hey, I think we all have certain things that have happened to us in the past that makes us bring certain things into different relationships, whether it's in jobs, friendships, work relationships, relationships, even relationships with your children. Like we need that mental stability as well.
That's true. Mental health is real, for real. And especially in these times have brought everyone to a state of like confusion, uncertain. So if your man is even at a point of like where he's financially not in the same position he was, he may feel some kind of way. How do you handle that? You need a man to be stable. Sometimes it's okay for you to step up and take the place of the fill the void. But to know that your man was at this state, you still got to respect him. He's still the man, whether he's the head or the provider or whatever the situation is, because we don't need to make men into husbands if they're not playing that role. But if you are just dating, you need someone that's going to provide you stability mentally, physically, emotionally, in every kind of aspect. We women should know these things, because these are our topics that we should be talking to our relationship. So what do you like? What do you do? Like, what are some of the first things you ask a man, Rose, that you were dating, you guys are just courting through the phone or through Zoom now that everybody's social? What do you ask? What are your first subject,
I want to ask, are you God-fearing?
Ooh, yes.
Like, are you God-fearing? What is your vision? Like, what are you looking for?
Right.
Like, I think that question right there kind of, it can avoid from just like, you can stop it right there, because you two might be looking for two different things.
Right.
Like, I'm looking for a life partner. I'm looking for somebody to spend my life with, and they could be just looking for somebody to spend the night with.
Right.
They're like, girl, I'm just trying to see what's up. So I think asking that question up front is like so powerful, because that's going to give you clarity to know if I should even move forward. So asking some of those important questions, like, what are you looking for? Because sometimes I know that in the past I've been blindsided by not asking that. Like, I'm just going to go with the flow and just see what happens. When you're going with the flow, like, he could have one thing on his mind, you have another thing, and then, you're like, Dad, why did I waste time? So I like to ask that question.
Well, for me, first question I'm asking, are you married?
Ooh.
Are you married?
No, you in a relationship and someone doesn't know you in a relationship?
Yeah.
Right.
Are they in jail?
And let me tell you something, because it's men out here
Yes.
that will have you think that they're single.
Yes.
And if you're the type of female who will trust a man until they prove you that they're a liar, then you will be misled by that man. So that's why it's very important for us two ladies, not man bashing, but it's very important for us to actually court a little bit. Don't give up the nappy dugout so quickly without knowing these things.
Yes.
If he can't take you to his house, if he can't take you to his house, 9 times out of 10 he got something else going on.
Right.
9 times out of 10 he has something else going on.
That's so
And back
true.
to what you said, they may want a one night stand, but I would rather a man tell me up front, hey, I don't want no relationship. This is what I'm on. That gives me the chance to figure out, okay, do I want to deal with this person or not?
Or I might
just want that one night stand too. You know what I mean? So it's like, no, I would rather know. Let's put these things up front. I think, and when you mature as adults, you should be able to have these one-on-one conversations.
Absolutely.
You should be able to.
Yeah, so true.
You gotta keep it real. Relationship is honesty. When women date, they can catch these things. They have like sensors and radars, just like you wouldn't even know. we can hear through the little stumbles and we know, and we just have that woman essence our senses can tell us. Sometimes we just play dumb enough to the point, or I guess maybe caught up in some other emotional attachment that we don't let it go, but we know. So the best thing is to avoid that, the person don't go through pain and struggle with you. Show them love and kindness. Just be honest, be truthful, and watch your stuff flow naturally. It's very simple with women. Although we have emotional side, yes, time of the month, we got moments, but moody, but we want someone who can understand us all the way to be like, okay, she's not all good right now. Let me give her some space. We'll be back later. I'll come back to you later. Give us some time, so
go out and get us a snack or something. I know what she wants.
But we as women, we also got to know that where we bring in a problem at too.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because we bring along problems for ourselves, like being insecure. It's not just men who are being insecure, but women that just be insecure, and that goes back to the mental health with checking your stuff at the door. Checking it at the door. You know what I mean?
Right.
When we take our own responsibility of our actions, then I think that can help us out in our relationships too, because I know I can be a little bipolar sometimes. I know I can.
Is that something you guys deal with out there? Do you guys have a little bipolar? But I also think it's a factor of just knowing who you are, being upfront, but also allowing everyone to clear the slate. Being who you are, but accepting who they are at the same time, because that's where the courting stage. 2-3 months, people can still hide some things, but you'll at least see some patterns of what, I see what I'm going to have to deal with, and speak about them. Don't just hover over things and build onto things, because if you keep on seeing the red flags and you don't speak on them, that's what they have. You have to be intentional about everything. Does this relationship seem like it's going to be a waste of time? Cut it short. We're too busy. We're women of career, entrepreneurial, we're business, we're bosses, and we want men who have those same quality mindsets, because if they're, iffy, washy, wishy-washy, flaky, all of that is not going to give us the stability that we're looking for. So we also see one on the list of coming number 4, equality. A woman wants to know that she is not necessarily equal to her man, but she could be respected equally. The things she wants, So what do you think about equality, Rose? Like, when you think of what should you feel equally yoked with a man? You spoke about God, being a God-fearing, but, what other things that you think a man should have his right to have, and that you should also kind of try to match or balance?
Right. I think just being who you are, just being equal to being who you are, and having your own space, your own time. Like, he can, I've had experiences before, so if you're male or your mate, he can go out and it's okay for him to kick it with his friends, but it's not okay for you to kick it with your friends.
Oh yeah.
So being equal on that, let's come to a common ground of how we're going to do this relationship. Okay, we still get to be an individual.
Yes.
Okay, so 1 and 1 plus 2, and we're equal, but we're still an individual at the end of the day. So I want to just be known to be who I am. Don't come in here trying to change me. We equal to that. We're equal to that. Yes, we're equal. You have your life, I have my life, but we're equal, and you can do your business, I can do my business. You can make money, I can make money as well.
Right.
We're not in competition. This is coming together as one, but just know that, nobody is the boss. We're equal. We're human beings. Being
in a position of being an entrepreneur, being a boss, scheduling your own time, having a man who either does the total opposite of you, how would that make you feel? Or perhaps does the same. Well, let's even say you're in life, and fitness and dance, Zumba. Let's say your man is just a total computer geek, and he just totally come home and be like, oh baby, I gotta do my work, I gotta catch up with. How do you feel? He doesn't even connect to your sports, your activity, your lifestyle. Okay baby, I gotta touch. How does that work?
That's just not gonna work for me.
So that would just be cut off at at the door, huh?
Because you have to be like, I feel like we don't have to be doing the same thing,
Right.
but we have to have like a understanding. And I feel like too, if he's like a computer geek and I'm like, he may try to smother me, you know? Like if I have somebody that's outgoing, that they're doing their thing, that, you know, they have flexibility.
Right.
I would like for them to have flexibility because as an entrepreneur, you get to create your time. You get to create your hours. Like it might not work for like 9 to 5 in entrepreneur, and it could work. I'm not saying that it doesn't work, but I just need that balance because I'm high energy. I like to have fun. I'm spontaneous. And if he's like,
so how would you change that though? Like, how would you change that to be equally though? Not even change him, but say, would you incorporate some activities that he liked to do? Like, baby, like, do you say, let's go hiking or do something different? You have to also bring him into your world.
Yeah.
You know, because you may not be able to understand his world, and he feels alone mentally as well too. Like he doesn't understand my job and my mental and the stress. But then if you could just be like, baby, let's just go take a hike or something. Let's just, you know, plan a vacation or do something like. Because I think like women have to step into the gap where the man is lacking because they're not genies in a bottle. They don't know our mind.
No. I understand that, and actually, I was having a conversation with somebody about that, and you know, she wanted to do something. She wanted to go places, and she wants her mate to kind of be the planner. But I was saying, you know, sometimes we have to like bring them in, like, hey, let's sit down and plan together. Let's like, this makes me feel this. Like, I would love for us to do this. What do you think about going over here? How do you feel about like incorporating them in the decision process? So that way you don't feel like overwhelmed, like they're not even taking, because you're going to see it in a negative point, like they don't care about going to this spot with me. They don't care about taking me out. It's not that. That's just not in their nature. But I do feel like you can bring them along if you incorporate them in it. Like, hey, let's go on Yelp and look at different restaurants in the area. And let's try, what do you like, Thai food or Chinese food? And then kind of like,
he's gonna be like, no, baby, let's just Netflix and chill.
Netflix and chill and get Chick-fil-A.
But you know, basically, equality can also stand in the differences of things that we face now. You know, politically, like would someone who has a total political view as you be someone you'd want to deal with? Like, you know, you on the Trump side and he's like, oh, you know, on the Biden side, and you like, ooh, like, you know, and it's just two different controversial, but you have to respect them for who they are and where they stand and why they stand. It's about communication, to understand their mind, to see those values. But how about even kind of like on sexually? Can you be sexually equal with your mate? Like, how about if he's very aggressive sexually? Like, how do you feel about that, Miss? Let it up. Oh, girl. But you guys welcome to answer some questions too. You know, I'm better this shit. Okay?
I feel like I wanted to touch on what you just talked about first, as far as equality.
Right.
I do feel like in this day and age, and especially with this economy, it has to be a financial equality because with this economy, there has to be a two-person home. Income home. You know, even though I would love to be a housewife, I would also want to be able to stay at home and still make money because I know me, I want to spoil my man. You know what I mean? Because I know my man is going to spoil me. You know what I mean? So I just feel like, and if we can do that, and we are equally yoked in that area, you know, amongst others, then I think that we would be fine. But financial equality is very, 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 very important.
So that's something that should be discussed while courting.
Yes.
You know, find out the quality
credit
of
scores,
your
what kind of debt you have, because you have to remember, if you decide that you're going to marry this person, if you decide that you're going to marry this person, you're taking their debt on. And not to mention if it's a guy or a girl that you with and their credit is bugged, you know what I mean? They might be asking you to put things in their name and using you for co-signers. You know, now your credit.
Can we go for a commercial break? How we go for commercial?
I'm just saying, you know. But as far as sex, I feel like sex is very, 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 very important in a relationship. At least it is for me. And I definitely definitely want to be sexually compatible with my mate.
Yes.
I can't have someone that's can't,
Oh.
roll with me.
She's gonna go no explicit, you guys. We already
Listen,
let's keep it
but
right.
I'm just saying I can't have someone that just can't flow with me. That's all I'm gonna say.
right.
We got to be equally compatible in that area.
Okay, so let's even go there. How about if you and your mate decides to, wait, to do the wait? How would you be able to identify that? Okay. That's a tricky question. She like,
I'm going to hit it first.
She is tripping. Okay, you guys see who's the baddie, right? She's the baddie, y'all.
I'm just saying. I'm not going nowhere in the blind. That's all I'm saying, because just like a man, you know what I mean? It's just like a man. What if I get with this person and we wait to marriage and then I'm disappointed?
But if you love the person, but you love the person essence, though you love their spirit.
But that can still hinder relationship.
But that's something
that can hinder relationships, because that's
so how do
probably
you
why
guys feel about this?
What I'm saying is that's probably why some men and women cheat, because they have not talked about the sex part of a relationship. A woman might want to have another woman in the bedroom. The man might not want that, or the man might want another woman in the bedroom, and then she don't want that. So you have to talk about sex in a relationship. You have to do it, or your relationship could potentially be ruined because y'all didn't have the conversation, and somebody has a need that the other one don't like, and they're gonna get it from somewhere else.
Okay, guys, you need to be equal with your sexual compatibility. You need to be equal politically and financially, because those things are very tough subjects in a relationship.
Oh, yeah.
When you think about it, if your man can't provide for you, or, and I'm not saying that you can't step in. I'm just saying, like, if he can't, he relies on you most of the time, or you guys are not balanced, it brings a lot of pressure and tension on a relationship. And not discussing your credits and your issues and of those matters, I'm not saying mannerism, but matters that you really do need to identify these key issues, like finance, credit, your love languages. Like, what do you like? What do you want? Where do you want to go? Where do you see yourself in 5 years with someone included? Not just your plans, but theirs too. And to be able to sexually have those desires, but also even having God in the center of everything. Being in the midst of that, spiritually grounded, being in alignment, like that truly does matter. Because people think physical is it. There's a million beautiful girls out there. You think you're going to keep his attention if he doesn't understand you as a whole, and you guys don't connect on that intimate level? He will leave you in a dime a dozen and go do somebody that's on an air mattress.
Yes.
Okay, so trust me. Handle your business, get your questions straight, be honest, be clear, and be intentional, because it's your time. And time is of the essence. Nobody got